What's up, everyone? My name's Scott, and today I'm going to service this trailer jack and see if I can get another 50 years of service from it. Stick around if you want to see me service this old Fulton high lift trailer. I really like this old trailer jack. It's heavy duty made. It's all gear driven. There's no plastic pieces on it. But lately it has been very difficult to turn the handle. There's a lot of force required to lift it. And I actually sprained my finger last time I went to load the trailer up. So I'm going to take it apart. It appears that it is made as a non-serviceable unit. It's got 3 rivets that hold it together, so that kind of stinks, but I'm thinking I can drill those and then replace them with bolts if it's worth saving. I'm hoping there's like a bearing or like a brass bushing or something in there that's worn out and that's creating a lot of force on the handle, but I won't know until I get into it. So that's a heavy duty gear. Ooh, it's very, all the grease is very sticky. Very sticky. It's almost to the point where the grease is doing more harm than good because of how sticky it is. So just cleaning that will help a lot. The assembly. So it's just a worm gear and a shaft. See if I can get this pulled apart. Handle. It's like there's maybe some type of oilite bushing or something in there, but it's captured it. I can't get it out. I can't get any more of this assembly apart without drilling these out. So that's next. When you're trying to remove rivets like this, you want to try to drill them out with the same diameter that the rivet is, and that will just basically pop the head off, and then the shaft of the rivet will come out, and it makes it a lot easier to take them out than trying to cut that head off. See that? Rivet heads popped off. I can see that rivet heads popped off. I can drive that right out. Well, that was a stupid thing to do. I didn't realize this thing is one assembly. It's one piece of steel that's clamshelled around. So if I get these out, I still have to heat this up and unfold it. So I have to see if there's some other way to get this gear out, because I'm not heating that up and unfolding this whole thing. That's just silly. I can see inside where the thrust bushing is in there, and it's still intact. So maybe the thing just needed to get a good amount of grease up inside and get rid of some of this really sticky grease that's kind of clogging everything up. This is just a can of multi-purpose grease that I use for everything. So back in there is the running surface. So I just want to pack this whole thing with some good grease and spin it around and see if that really the ideal thing would be to drill a hole right there and put a grease fitting in, because then I could just pump grease right above that area. If I grab that bearing on both sides like it would be in the clamshell, it is so sticky. Cleaning that old sticky grease off of this bearing material is gonna be plenty to get this working properly again. You could see on the edges that the dark areas, that's the grease that's all dry and sticky. So those are reasonably clean. Just a little bit of grease on there, back in there. These washers are just spacers to keep the gear centered in the case. I'll put this gear back in. Put that gear back in there. That big bolt which goes through that gear, and then put the nut on. Put that back on. Oh, that's already 10 times better. Put the handle back on. This whole shaft has the same issue. I've been putting grease on it and it looks like it's been getting very sticky. So some thin oil on there. piece of steel wool just to kind of scrape it down. Go throw it back on the trailer. Let's give this thing a try. Oh yeah. So doing this job before, it was 2 hands. Now I can do it with 2 fingers. So yeah, it's a lot better. So one of the reasons why you would want to keep one of these old jacks is they're high lift jacks and they're all mechanical and they're well built in the US Fulton jack. So if I was to go out and replace it, I'd spend $30 or $40 on a replacement on an import jack. Quality wouldn't be half as good. So to me, it's worth servicing this. It took about 20 minutes. I'll have to put some bolts in where I drilled those rivets out, but overall, that's all this jack needed. A little bit of grease and it's completely 100% serviceable again. And if you got one of these old jacks and it's acting up, take it apart, slap some fresh grease in it, clean it up a little bit. It'll be back in service in no time. Hope you liked the video. Just a quick service on a trailer jack. It would be the same on those jacks. They typically have a cap on the top that pops out and you put grease in there. Usually those jacks fail for other reasons besides needing grease, but this jack's probably about 50 years old because I think it was the original jack that came on this trailer. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, so any comments or thumbs up really help. And I'll see you on the next video.